Coming up on UT 10 News, we'll browse for a new way to find books.
And the Scott Park campus caught wind of a new idea.
And in sports, I'll tell you how the Rockets failed to launch in Cleveland. Your news in 10 minutes starts now.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Ashley Roth.
And I'm Philip Levering. H1N1 continues to be a concern on college campuses.
UT's Provost and Executive Vice President for Health Affairs, Dr. Jeffrey Gold, says it doesn't take much for this virus to spread.
All it takes is 1 or 2 people who are, coughing their brains out.
There have been 2 deaths in Ohio, and 6 colleges have reported cases of H1N1. Gold says prevention on campus can be as simple as washing your hands and covering your cough. 20,000 vaccinations have been requested, but the number UT will receive is still unknown. Gold adds people at risk will be given priority. Vaccines are expected to arrive in mid to late October. The installation of solar panels and a wind turbine began last week on the Scott Park campus. UT has received over $2.5 million from the U.S. Department of Energy to finance this research. The panels will produce 10 kilowatts of electricity on sunny days and the turbine 80 kilowatts on windy days. 5 wind turbines can create enough power to meet the university's energy needs on a regular basis. Facilities and Construction President Chuck Leonard says the new design of UT's turbine is significant.
And this looks different than other wind turbines, and it performs differently than other wind turbines. This is a rear-driven machine, so the blades sit at the back end of the wind, not at the front end of the wind, and it's 2-bladed, not 3-bladed.
The turbine was designed by the Mechanical Engineering Department, and if it is successful, it could bring more funds and jobs to the area. Well, another improvement on campus is happening at the library.
But not exactly at Carlson. Paul Webb has more with the story.
There's a new way to check out books here at the library, and it's not a traditional form.
A recent partnership made between e-learning, Carlson, and Mulford Libraries have created what they call a student-centered virtual library. The construction of this unique project took place this past summer. Made possible through the library's budget, this e-library gives distance learning students the ability to access materials they need in the comfort of their own homes.
Many books are offered on e-library. However, textbooks are not. Will they ever? Reporting for UT 10, this is Paul Webb.
This past summer, UT's radio station entered the 21st century. WXUT manager Allison Dow says the updated website has become the driving force behind the station.
We are operating as a 24-hour media service now with broadcasting day and night, different web content that's constantly being updated, and different things available on our website.
A built-in webcam is one of the new features where DJs can be seen performing their shows. This and other additions were made to attract more online audience. To visit the new site, go to www.wxut.com.
UT International students are exercising their First Amendment rights. The Christian Fellowship for Chinese Students is just one of the religious affiliated groups at UT. These organizations allow students to practice their chosen religion. Some students, like Jane, are not allowed to speak publicly about religion in their home countries without being punished. Because the picture may affect her future life in China, we were asked to not show her face.
Once we went to another city in China to preach, and one of us was arrested. He was questioned for a couple of days by police and was jailed for 15 days.
Jane adds she feels safe attending weekly meetings on campus, and this is just an amazing story.
Well, it really is, and we intend on following the other international fellowships in the coming weeks. But for now, stick around. I'll be right back with your Rocket Sports in 30.
Headline news anchor and UT graduate Christy Paul has been given more than just great memories at UT.
You know, UT was so instrumental in preparing me for where I am today. I got such amazing opportunities here and candid guidance, and it really made the experience, quite frankly, just unforgettable. And gosh, with all the new enhancements, UT is just that much better.
To learn more, visit utmatters.com.
Welcome back, everyone, for your UT10 Sports. I'm Philip Levering. It was one busy weekend for UT Sports, and let's get started with good news in soccer. The Lady Rockets began the weekend with a win over Northern Colorado on Friday. Here we go, up 1-0 in the second half. Alyssa Neese tracked the ball after a free kick, found Brittany Hensler at the top of the box, who hit the shot to double the lead at the end of the half. And here we go, this was just pretty. Pure speed, pure shot. Rachel Kravitz buries the bender. UT would go on to win 3-0. Vicky Travin gets her 4th shutout of the year, and freshman Natalie Gayton gets her first collegiate goal. But here is the bad news, folks. UT would drop the non-conference play finale at OSU on Sunday, losing 2-0 to the Bucks. They begin MAC play on Friday at Western Michigan.
And speaking of OSU and football, our news team took a trip to Cleveland.
Well, that's right, and I heard you made a new friend. Okay, before we get to the highlights, take a look at this next clip. After the game, Ashley here asked OSU coach Jim Tressel about how the Rockets played.
Yards per game. Well, they were playing Ohio State's defense,
Hey, Coach.
and that's tougher. So, I'm sorry, are you on a deadline or?
No.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's awesome.
I'm from. Okay. In my defense, he had like a second pause there.
Okay, no, he didn't. Clearly, you interrupted the man mid-sentence.
All right. Well, you got to admit, you have to be aggressive in those press conferences. True. But I asked him what he thought about the Rockets, how the Rockets played, and check out what he said. It's a pretty good answer.
Oh, I love their quarterback to start with. I mean, their quarterback is a tough kid, but he wasn't going to back down. He was still in there, at the end of the ball game. And defensively, they just keep coming, and they're going to be a good football team. But this is only their 3rd game together within their system. I like a lot about it. They play with a lot of fire. Tim's going to do a great job.
All right, Ashley, you heard the nice things that Coach Tressel had to say about the Rockets, but now let's get to the highlights. The Rockets hosted OSU at Cleveland Brown Stadium with the nation's top offense on Saturday, but it was the Terrell Pryor and the Buckeye show. 2 minutes in, Pryor, he found Toledo's own Dane Sossenbacher for the game's first score, a 76-yard touchdown pass. Here's Pryor again, finding Sossenbacher up the middle for the second time. Ohio State up 14-0 early on. Pryor just ran all over the field, making big play after big play, and this 43-yard run set up another OSU score. The QB finished with over 250 yards passing, over 100 rushing, and 4 touchdowns on the day. The Rockets were shut out 38-0.
And what's funny? Before the game, Phil and I interviewed Aaron Opelt's mom, sister, and grandmother, and they all said that they had faith Toledo would put up some points.
Well, I guess it's always humbling to see the shutout for the home team, so we'll see. But we'll look for them to be better against FIU this weekend. And in tennis news, one last thing. Sven Burris and Robbie McCollum won the A-Flight Doubles Championship at Michigan State on Sunday, so congratulations to them.
Wow. All right, well, that's enough for sports now, Phil. Stay right there, and we'll see how UT is tackling unemployment next.
What are you, on the deadline?
The university is helping former employees return to work. UT Works is a program created by the Office of Human Resources. UT informs laid-off university employees of open position at all campuses. The program allows training for new positions, resume building, and improving skills for interviews. Human Resource Specialist Megan Rayfield says UT Works keeps experienced employees at the university by retraining them. For more information, email utworks@utoledo.edu or call 419-530-4747. And that's it for UT10 News.
If you have any stories or information you would like to share with us, please email at ut10news@gmail.com.
And remember, you can catch us in our new HD anytime on YouTube and Facebook, where you can get caught up on all of your campus news whenever you want.
For Ashley Roth and all of our crew, I'm Philip Levering. Have a great week, and please stay tuned for more news from the UT campus.